Kim, I'm just going to jump right into it. In the preview video for season 3, you said you slept with a woman, big deal, call it a day, move on. So was it a positive experience for you, and was it something you consider doing again?
I mean, I have no regrets. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, shit happens. So I have no regrets. I think that I don't know that I would do it again. I mean, I don't have that answer. I'm really happy in my personal life, and I just, you know, it happened, and that's it at the end of the day. Tracy's one in a million. We're great friends and probably always will be. We connected on a music level initially, and then, you know, I mean, there you have it.
So how did recording your second single compare to recording your first one?
Oh, so different. I didn't want to do Tardy for the Party. You know, initially when I had shown up at Candy's house to film that day, I had no idea that I was going to be going in the studio doing Tardy for the Party. So I was just a wreck over it because I was so humiliated season 1 that I had no desire to do it season 2. And if it wasn't for Candy, I never would have. And now going in and recording Google Me was so fun. You know, I've done over 60 appearances, you know, since last season, from Ellen to, you know, nightclubs kind of thing. So I'm a lot more confident. I'm more secure with what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing. Whereas before, it's, you know, I was really just shy, and it's like singing in front of a bunch of people, you know, in the car, or singing by yourself. I just had this phobia, and I just would not give it my all because I was so scared of what would come out in front of all these people. Now it's almost like, or it is like, I give it my all. I have nothing to lose at this point, except I have to prove myself. It's a little bit harder.
Now, I know you mentioned that you don't watch the other Housewives, but have you heard the other songs by the other Housewives, like Danielle or the Countess?
Yes, I get so many calls when that stuff hits the fan for some reason. Actually, when I heard Danielle on Watch What Happens Live, I actually thought she had a good voice. I don't know her personally to say anything about her as a person, but I actually thought she had a good voice. That's it.
Phaedra, I was wondering, what was your impression of the cast on the first day of filming, and did your opinion change when you stopped filming?
Well, I guess the first time that I was in a room with everyone, it was a little stressful because you'll see some things had happened at another event prior to that, but so I wasn't really sure, you know, what was really going on, and I wasn't sure of, you know, how they would receive me. But after we finished filming, I'm thinking, you know, we do several episodes together and several actual meetings together. I mean, everyone is really, they're all great ladies. Everyone's very different, but that's what makes it such a great show because you've got a hodgepodge of characters that make a great gumbo.
What did you find more demanding, being a lawyer or a mother?
Well, I think both of them require a whole different skill set. I mean, being a mother is so much about being able to love and being able to give your all. And, you know, I was saying the other day, when I became a mother, it just feels like a piece of my heart is with my child. But being a lawyer, you know, that's a whole different aspect of who I am. I mean, I'm as tough as nails. You know, I'm like a little pit bull in a skirt, you know. So that's a totally different person. So Phaedra the mom is totally different from Phaedra the lawyer because, you know, with my child, I really have to be there for him and show him that, you know, I am an emotional person. But as an attorney, I just have to be, you know, well-read, well-studied, and be prepared at all times. And I don't know if you can ever actually prepare for motherhood because there's no books that show you how to be, an effective parent. You know, it's just really on-the-job experience.
Now, are you going to offer any legal discounts for any of the Real Housewives of New Jersey? Because I think they could really use it.
Well, hopefully they won't need my services, but, you know, I'm very charitable. So if anyone needs my services, I'm sure they can get it for the reduced rate.
Well, thanks a lot, ladies. That's all my questions.
Thank you.